So I wake up this morning and I see a message, and it's Access Rattblood. Are you here, Rattblood?
And then you got people like Access, and then you got people like Access, and then you got people like Access.
I'm not just fucking Rattblood.
Access Rattblood, I see. All these Access people, I'm starting to get paranoid about that now. I don't know what to do about
it. And then you got people like Access, and then you got people like Access, and then you got people like Access.
Are you here, Rattblood?
I'm not just fucking Rattblood.
Access Rattblood. Most abundant and successful king hero that we are all sitting at this very moment. Are you willing to accept that as a truth? That you are a worthy man and that your penis is okay?
all these Access people, I'm starting to get paranoid about that now. All these Access people, I'm starting to get paranoid about that now.
Are you here, Rattblood? I'll just start throwing spells at you, conjuring demons and otherwise. Are you here, Rattblood? I'll just start throwing spells at you, conjuring demons and otherwise. Are you here, Rattblood? I'll just start throwing spells at you, conjuring demons and otherwise. Are you here, Rattblood?
Who the fuck is Access Rattblood?
I'm not just fucking Rattblood, bitch.
All these Access people, I'm starting to get paranoid about that now. I don't know what to do about it.
I'm not just fucking Rattblood.
A lot of these elders need to hear the truth, man. It might not be what you want to hear. You need to be told what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. But necessarily my truth might not be everyone else's truth. So what's truth? You know? I say my truth or truth, but like I said, my truth might not be someone else's truth. Then I start to question, so what's truth? A lot of these elders need to hear the truth, man. It might not be what you want to hear. You need to be told what you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
If some of these platforms, because there's many channels here, and a lot of them actually do, if people were honest when they're coming onto the panels or chat, if they don't want to be honest with themselves, they want to tear down other people to disguise themselves. So what I get from that is people are insecure by using a false sense of security to mask it. They're not actually, they actually ever challenge themselves. What would that look like? Of course, they'll be thinking, well, what about you? I said, there you go again. You're deflecting at that point. It's about you. If it's always about you, then make it about you. Be the best me can be then at that point. Be the most selfish person you can be. So my question would be, then why are you living with the rest of us?
A lot of these elders need to hear the truth, man. might not be what you want to hear. You need to be told what you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
We don't consider each other. That's why most people are not rationally selfish. They're too busy being fucking selfish.
So what's truth? You know? I say my truth or truth, but like I said, my truth might not be someone else's truth. Then I start to question, so what's truth? A lot of these elders need to hear the truth, man. It might not be what you want to hear.
We don't consider each other. That's why most people are not rationally selfish. They're too busy being fucking selfish.
A lot of these elders need to hear the truth, man. It might not be what you want to hear. You need to be told what you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
We don't consider each other. That's why most people are not rationally selfish. They're too busy being fucking selfish.
A lot of these elders need to hear the truth, man. It might not be what you want to hear. You need to be told what you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
Because it doesn't serve them to what? I'm going to sit there and hear them and say, okay, so should I tell them that they're caught up in their own world? I'm just going to replace myself. Axis, you can take over for a while. It's your shift.
All right. Sorry for being a few minutes late. This is Axis Rattblood, and I am here to be a part of my friends and enemies of YouTube, the metaverse, and that beyond, and all that can be retained, understood, potentially expanded upon. And we'll take another endeavor into my madness. Fools and tools, it's always good to see you. Brandon, nice to see you. Figured tonight I was just gonna kinda see how things develop. Kind of allow a bit of free movement. See who wants to participate, those who don't, and those who have a lot less of a friendly intention in mind. Trying to adjust Rat here. We've been having a real issue with this camera today. If you'll excuse me for a moment, I'm going to try to adjust this camera for Rat. So much for an iPhone 11. Don't waste your money, man. Really. Don't waste your money. There we go. That's from Rat right there. Let's just going to adjust this a little better. Don't want to be too intrusive. Okay. Now, I believe if we adjust this just a little bit more, we might get a full on observation. Ah, well, Maybe not. I'm not going to be playing with it too much. I don't want to get aggravated at it. I don't want it to become an issue, a problem. I just really do not like iPhones. That's why I don't mind if Rat chews the shit out of it. And a fucking Apple product. Garbage. To my notion, some people swear by it. But as for me, I could do without it. I suppose Rat's going to have to spend the evening um, without his debut. What I was trying to do before I wound up going live, but I'm not going to contend with this. Give me an Android any day. This thing is a nightmare. Truly. Truly. Maybe we might get lucky and have the freak come by and we'll further review some of the in-depth understandings of what that has to offer, good or bad. There we go. Let's see if that's better. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Now I'm gonna display how easy and unproblematic an actual Android can be. I find this to be amazing. A cheap Android from your local Walmart, as opposed to fighting with an iPhone. It's just amazing. But I just don't have the patience for something okay. And Bingo. How easy that was. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now, let's see what we have. Wow, I guess the great divine spirits don't want Rattblood to be a rat to be shared tonight. I have never met so much fucking opposition in my life trying to put a camera on a fucking mouse. Jesus Christ. Might just have to grab hold of that some bitch and eat him. Get rid of the aggravation altogether, man. But I wouldn't do that to my rat. Mouse, yeah, maybe. This is pretty fascinating. I I've always been able to bring rat onto the panel. I guess I should have taken this into consideration earlier today when it was working properly. Thus my struggle continues. Well, if this didn't make an absolute complete liar out of me, I guess I'm amongst some of the more malevolent of spirits with me tonight, which would make sense. But I bear them no ill will. Eventually we will come face to face. Eventually, in time, and I will be able to contend with them. All the things that have throughout my life seemed to have tormented me for nothing more than the sake of torment. And that includes humans. I think also is they made technology, because I run so many devices, a kind of a difficult thing to work with at times because of the simplicity that they apply to it. And I'm talking serious simplicity. Give me something a little more technical. And how is that even remotely possible? I'm really not understanding. The damn camera go out? Huh. Excuse me while I mute myself and start screaming and cussing and throwing a raging fit, smashing all my electronics and going back to the Stone Age of just wood and flint. Okay, I think I would have rather have been in a bar fight than to have how to dealt with that. Oh man, it was like pulling teeth. But we have our faculties back now, so I must pollute them to sustain myself through this evening of possibility. Who knows what? Am I getting an echo? Am I coming through clear? 505, echo, somebody? Okay, I'm just going to take it that my mic is working and you can hear me, and if you can't, then I suppose I'll be doing pretty much what we actually do with these things, kind of interface with ourselves. Let me try this. Maybe this will get a much better response. New algorithm. There we go. Suppose it's the workers. Well, let's give them what they want. A whole bunch of head full of nothing. Oh, thank you, fools and tools. Bless you. I appreciate that. Apparently, we have more workers and stalkers and peeping toms into the metaversal channels than we do actual participants. But that's to be expected. Those that creep beyond the panel, behind the chat, and with their ever listening ear and gazing eye, waiting to see the fun begin, the circus start. They've got their ticket. They bought their internet. They have their best set of electronics available to them. And they want to experience the show, the great show. Well, you know, there's something that can be said for voyeurs. They just don't have the capacity to truly pursue their physical desires and fall victim and prey to such nuances as feeding their intent with observation. Kind of creepy when you think about it, but so are most of the human species. I'm finding that out more and more. Last time I was live, I was very fortunate to have the Freak on here, and Cage, Pam, It was a pretty interesting discovery and exchange of them. Oh, singularity. Can't forget singularity. Not at all. Having a pretty interesting discussion on the Book of Melchizedek and some of the concepts that were written to try and explain how all this came to be and our place in it. And if Freak is out there this evening or he happens to be seen by one of the random lurkers or channel hoppers, I wouldn't mind finishing some of that study up. As for the rest of it, I've noticed a decline in people live streaming. A lot of the old familiar names are in reserve. I'm kind of curious about that. Have they finally spoken until their vocal cords ran dry and their lips became so chapped and parched with their continual tirade of observation? Or do they no longer find themselves relevant enough to pursue and embark on the same interests and approaches that they once felt so strong about? I really did take a complete day off after the last live stream. It was one that I suggest, and once you get past the uh, trolls and the drama part of it, that seems to be ever present. It turns into quite an interesting stream. It has a lot of information, and it actually appears to be coherent and semi-intelligent in its nature. I was pretty impressed. There was a couple other people. So I do hope that Sting and Cage and the Freak find a moment to drop in and pay the channel a little visit. Dropping the link. And I had no real directive going live tonight. I was just gonna kick back and chill and share some information, but after my bout with that piece of crapple technology, I love that, Pam. That's good, crapple. I just kind of lost track of my resilience and my state of concentration. There we go. Link is out there. I suppose could give you the finer aspects and internal workings of my concepts and creations of this particular place and the mathematics that holds it together. could throw ideals and philosophies until the cows come home. But I want to hear from you, the panelists, the listeners, the chatters. I really don't have a particular message this evening of any point or value. Just hanging out on the dark side of the metaverse. Every show can't be a success and a profound statement of one's being and existence. Sometimes it's just nice to share the atmosphere. But as with most times, I am able to sustain and retain a sense of entertainment with this particular channel. And there are a couple of tunes that I haven't listened to for quite some time. And you have the patience, the endurance, and the will to deal.
Deadly germs are creeping over the earth, killing every human in their path. You don't expect me to believe that, do you? Time is running out for the planet Earth. You don't expect me to believe that, do you? Deadly germs are creeping over the earth, killing every human in their path. You don't expect me to believe that, do you? Time is running out for the planet Earth. You don't expect me to believe that, do you? Deadly germs are creeping over the earth, killing every human in their path. You don't expect me to believe that, do you? Deadly germs are creeping over the earth, killing every human in their path.
It's impervious to all poisons.
Time is running out for the planet Earth. You don't expect me to believe that, do you? Deadly germs are creeping over the earth, killing every human in their path.
It's impervious to all poisons.
Time is running out for the planet Earth. You don't expect me to believe that, do you? Deadly germs are creeping over the earth, killing every human in their path. You don't expect me to believe that, do you? Time is running out for the planet Earth. You don't expect me to believe that, do you?
Thank you.
Hello, Stephen.
Oh, hello, Rattblood. Hello.
And how are things on your miserable side of life?
I'm not miserable. I'm laughing.
Oh,
Did you get
that
the
sounds
message?
like a message. No, I don't.
Yeah. You didn't.
No message. Nope.
You didn't see the message.
No. Should I?
Yeah. You haven't been outside today?
Yeah, I was outside today.
Oh, okay.
I didn't
There
get no
wasn't
damn message.
something. Yeah, there wasn't something right at your doorstep.
Uh-uh.
You didn't get the message?
No.
Interesting.
What, did you send me a gift, Stephen? Well, if you
Yeah,
did,
I sent you
then
a gift, a care package.
well, then somebody probably wanted it worse
Oh,
than I did.
you got porch pirates there? Is that what you have?
I don't know.
God
I'd
damn.
never seen anything outside. As a matter
You
of
didn't
fact, I
get
was
the
just
gift.
out there about 20 minutes before I started the stream. I was out there.
It would have been hours ago.
Well, I was out there then too. As a matter of fact, there's been traffic in and out of my house all day today since 9 o'clock this morning.
I sent you a
coming and
beautiful
going.
gift. Well, I sent you a beautiful gift.
Well, enlighten me, Stephen. I love gifts.
Well, it was a magical piece.
Magical piece.
Yeah.
I thought, Stephen, you talk about your wonderful existence of how you are privileged, and I find that to be real interesting. Let me turn you on to some privilege here, and maybe
I
you
sent
might
you
get
a beautiful gift. It was a crystal. You didn't get the crystal.
No.
Are you sure somebody didn't steal it today?
Fucked if I know.
Uh,
I have no idea.
It was a one-of-a-kind crystal with a message attached to it.
Wow, I'm honored. Thank you for sending a gift, but apparently somebody else wanted it worse than I did, so let them have it.
Well, it was in one of your favorite colors.
Baby blue, baby pink, purple, or black.
It was black.
Oh, it's black. Let me enlighten you to something.
Well, it was black like an obelisk.
You see this, Stephen? You see this?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd like to see what you're working with, Stephen. I really would. Because I don't think you got shit.
But you
want to know? You see what that is? That's waveform patterns. That's what I've been recording and pumping everything into an algorithm. You know what this
That's
is,
good.
Stephen? This
Yeah.
is production audio studio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
Is this any way to treat someone that sent you a beautiful gift?
well, you talk about your setup and your layout, man, and I'm sharing
Well,
mine.
you
I'd
know
like
what
to see
happens to.
yours.
Hey, listen, you're not going to see mine, but you know what happens to people that are evil instead of being grateful?
Usually they flourish.
Do you know your future?
Well, I have a bit of retrocausality in my insight, I would say.
I can see you paying for the things that you're doing, including the things that
What
you've
am-
said to me, the threats you've made, comments you've made about me, about my mother, etc. I can see you paying for these things in the future. I can visualize
Oh.
it and make it real. Yeah.
You know, I was really
I'd be
astounded that
careful if I were you.
JG,
I'd be careful. Be careful.
well, that would be a test of my resolve and faith. And I have much more
I can
faith
ma-
and
I
resolve.
can make things magically happen. So if I were you, I would watch what you're doing.
Would you like to see my altar on my bed here, Stephen?
Would you like to
Would
see
you
your
like to see
son
it?
live until the end of his sentence?
No.
Huh. I don't care about your altar. I'd take a big steaming shit on it. I don't care about it. I
Many
would shit
people
and
have
piss on your
made that
altar.
mistake.
I think it's shit.
Yeah, well, someone will say,
I don't think you have much time left in this realm, but I don't think you
well,
know what's
good.
after. I don't think you know what's coming to you. Do you?
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, how many times do you think I've experienced death, Stevie?
Doesn't matter.
Do I sound concerned?
It'll be different than what you've
Really?
experienced so far. Yeah, it will be.
You think?
I don't care if you're not concerned. You'll just get a rude awakening. That's all. You'll wish you had
Okay.
listened,
Well,
but you're stupid. You're too ignorant.
you won't be there. I'll
You're
be
showing your
waiting for
ignorance.
you.
You're showing your ignorance. You're showing how ignorant you are.
Huh?
You've attacked me for no fucking reason. You've tried to tread on me, and you will pay for it. You will pay for it.
Well, with a tone like that, I may just have to do it again. And
There will
again.
be justice.
And again. And again.
I'm gonna
Until I get my
squash you.
jollies on it.
I'm gonna squash you
Wait.
like a demon.
Well,
Yeah.
then you do your damn best, Stephen, because many have
Well,
come
don't
much
worry.
more powerful, stronger, and with much more resolve and faith than you'll ever have.
You're a weakling. I see right through you. Fake. You're weak.
I'm weak?
Yeah, I think you should drink yourself to death. You should rot away in that little place you have by yourself.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Maybe they'll find you on the floor in a big puddle of shit, your own shit.
Well, that's usually what happens when you take a person's life. They defecate, piss, and lay there completely.
You do that to yourself while you're alive. You already do that.
Do what?
You need a nurse to come in and change your diapers.
I don't have a nurse no more. I don't have a medical team no more. What do you think about
What
that?
happened? What happened?
Told them to get the fuck on.
No, they didn't want to go there anymore. They didn't want to deal
No.
with you anymore.
My original instructor into my endeavors in life and the learnings that I have ventured on got a hold of me. committed himself to my endeavor, and you know, things changed, Stephen. And
I don't think your
all it
nurses
took.
want to go to your place. They don't feel safe with you. They quit. They said, we don't want to go there anymore. That's what I heard.
Well, you did you violate my HEPA? You said you
No,
did
no
once
violation.
before.
No violation at all.
Well, if you're
Not at
talking to
all.
my nurses, then you're
Not at
violating
all.
my HEPA.
No, I'm
Because
not
you're not allowed to
violating.
discuss me. That you're not allowed to discuss me with any of my
I'm
medical
allowed to
team.
discuss you.
Not with my medical team.
I could go anywhere
But
and
you
say, what
claimed you
about
have.
Axis Rattblood, that demonic cunt? I could go ask your neighbor, is that cunt still alive? Is that rotten, filthy creature still breathing? And if they said, yeah, as far as I know, there you go. I'll discuss you as much as I want. You're not protected. You're just a demon.
How hard are you going to try to run that in the ground, Stephen?
You should be squashed like a bug.
But I'm
and
not.
shat on. Pissed on.
But I'm not.
Piss on you.
Hmm.
Well, you're breathing at the moment, but you won't live forever. You don't have that much time. You're in bad shape.
You think?
Yeah,
You think?
I do think so. I know you're in bad shape.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Things change, Stephen.
You probably won't live another 5 years.
Who would want to be here 5 more fucking years, man?
And then what are you going to do?
Insane?
I'm not. What are you talking about? I just think that you're going to have it worse than you have it right now. You're miserable already. You're a miserable demon that can't stand to be here. And nobody can stand to be around you. You
Really?
fucked up your son's life. Yeah, and he's in prison, rotting away. His life is over. It's done.
Yeah, it is.
It's done. Yeah.
Last I had communications with him, he was quite alive.
So what? Like father, like son. He's locked in a cage. You should be in a rat cage as well.
What?
They should
What do
put you in a
think
little
of, Stephen?
cage and just piss on you.
You know, you think that you have a means to offend, antagonize,
Well,
and
no, why do you deserve to
muster a
exist?
reaction.
Do you really deserve to exist? What do you contribute to anyone? You're just filthy and vile. Nobody wants you in this earth. No one even cares about your channel. No one comes here. No one's here right now tuned in. No one gives a shit about your channel, and this is all you have left is this, and it's shit. It sucks.
Oh, Stephen.
You failed at everything in life. Just admit it. You can't even look at yourself in the mirror. You failed at everything.
No.
You have nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a loser. You can't even get 3 people to watch you on YouTube. It's pathetic. Nobody cares about your shitty channel. This is all you have, and it sucks. Why do you keep going anyways? Like what do you keep breathing and taking our air for? You're a waste of fucking oxygen. A waste of calories. Why do you exist? You demonic, filthy piece of shit.
You're pretty redundant.
You know, if a nurse gave you an enema, you'd just be skin and laying in the bed. You're just so full of shit. You're just a skin bag full of shit. It's like you're a walking colostomy bag. It's about all you are. You're gross. You contribute nothing of any value to anyone. Your existence is worse than meaningless. It's worse than
why
meaningless.
do you bother with me, Stephen? If that's the case,
I want to show other people what you are. I want to use you as an example of a demon. That's all you are. You're just a demon.
Oh, Steven, if I start turning demon on you,
You're not going to do shit. Your threats are empty and useless, just like you. No one's afraid of you, dummy. You're empty and useless.
am I?
Yeah, and you're powerless. You have nothing.
Oh. Really?
Do you know what your future is? I bet you don't know,
Tell
do you?
me, Steven.
Do you know what it is?
Tell me.
Eternal damnation and suffering.
Really?
Yeah, really.
By whose hand?
Your own. You've done it to yourself. You've condemned yourself.
I have.
Yeah, you fucked yourself. Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
How is that, Steven? Tell me all about me. I want to know about me. Seeing since you're
Well,
an expert,
a lot of people can see what you've
I'm
done in life.
curious.
We can see what a piece of shit you've been, including things you won't
Well,
admit to, but it's visible.
Describe these things.
It's visible. It's visible.
Describe them.
It's
You're
visible.
repeating. You stuttered. You stumbled.
I'm not stuttering at all.
Come on,
I'm
man.
not stuttering at all. You should look in the mirror. You're projecting.
Then be coherent. Tell me about me. Tell me
I am
about my
being coherent.
failures. Tell
I
me
know
about my
all about you.
shortcomings.
It's not just
You know
shortcomings. You're evil. I know all about you and the damage you've done and the evil that you've tried to inflict upon
What are you-
others in your lifetime.
You saying that I've hurt people, Steven?
Yeah, you
Is that
have.
what you're trying to say?
You've
How
done a
have
lot
I
of
hurt?
shit. You're very evil.
How far and extensive
And you've
have
wished
I hurt
harm upon
people?
others. You've cursed others. I see all that you've done. I know what you've done.
Hmm.
I know all about you and your son and your ex-wife
Well, if that's the case,
and your mama
then
and
tell
your
me
mama
my ex-wife's name. Tell me
and
my
your
daughter's
daddy.
name.
I'm not going to tell
Uh,
any names at all.
because you don't know them.
No, I'm not going to name anyone. I'm not going to say anything. You like to think that I'm going to incriminate myself somehow.
You've already
You're
done
just
that.
a loser. No, I haven't done that at all. You're a loser. You're a weakling, cowardly little loser, and you're sickly. And you're gonna go out. You're gonna go out of this hell realm, but you're gonna come back. But you're gonna go out like a coward. That's what you're gonna do.
You think?
Oh, I know. I know you will.
Oh,
I know what
like a
you are.
coward.
Like a coward, like the coward that you are.
Are you projecting or reflecting on yourself?
I'm just seeing what you are. That's all.
Then
Look
tell
in a
me,
mirror.
what is the core of me?
Why don't
What
you look in
am
a
I
mirror?
truly, Stephen? Oh, I
I
do.
already told you. You're a big bag of shit. You're just skin full of shit. You're useless.
Surely you can come up with something a lot more original than that, Stephen.
Well, you're
That is so
absolutely
blanketing
useless.
vague.
You're
That is
useless.
so profoundly vague that I dare
No,
to
go
call it
flush your toilet
below
again. That's the way you are. You're below. You're
intelligent,
just a sewer.
below
You're just a sewer.
stupid,
You're a
below
sewer with
ignorant.
skin. You're a sewer with skin.
Even your
Sewage.
profanities and repetitive speaking, geez. Stephen, come
You're
on.
useless.
Get a vocabulary.
You're
Get a sense of
useless.
direction in your thoughts.
You're useless.
I am.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You even failed your son. Look what happened to him. You haven't done anything for anyone ever. You've been completely fucking useless. As a father, as a being, as anything. It's true. What are you laughing about? Look where your son is. You failed him.
Is that the
You failed
best
as a
you
father.
have?
You
Is where my
failed as a
son
father.
is?
You're a loser. You failed at everything in life.
Really, that's why my daughter's a success. My adopted daughter's a success.
Success.
You know,
Right. Yeah, right.
you better check into that
Not a
Careful
success
what
at
ground
all.
you tread on there.
It's having
But
you.
my son at 29 years old was a grown man and made his own decision.
You raised
He
him.
wasn't daddy's little boy.
You raised him. You failed him. You
Well,
failed as a father
that's
to raise a good son. You raised a piece of shit, just like you. Like father, like
I would-
son, two turds.
I'd say that your parents did the same with you, except only
No.
to a greater degree. You,
No.
dear sir, are something nasty and disgusting that you would get stuck to the bottom of your shoe walking
No,
through
I'm not a
gutter
demon
in
like
the
you.
middle of summer.
I'm not a demon like you. I help people, and I don't behave the way you do.
How do I
You've
behave,
lived a
Stephen?
rotten, you've lived a rotten, evil, degenerate life of shit. You're just a bag of shit.
I had a wonderful life, Stephen. I got to do everything I ever wanted to do.
There you go.
Everything.
You're a selfish bag of shit. Just a demonic piece of shit.
Yeah, one time I was a pretty extreme hedonist. I was
I know.
self-consumed, arrogant,
Yeah.
egotistical,
Still are.
inconsiderate,
It wasn't at one
violent,
time. You
dangerous.
still are. You still are.
Um,
You're absolutely gross. What's the difference between you and what's in a city sewer? There's no difference. That's what you're
once you
worth.
came up, Stephen.
That's what you're worth. The shit
you
in the
came up.
sewer. That's all you're worth. No, I'm not going to cam up. I don't want you to see
Come
me.
on.
You don't deserve to.
Come on, Stephen.
You're undeserving.
Why don't you cam up a bit for me?
You're undeserving of my glory.
You're a pussy.
I know you'd love
What
to
you
see
are.
me. You're ugly. You're demonic. You're a failure. You can rot in hell, bitch. You punk ass bitch. I see right through you. I know what you are. You're a punk ass bitch.
Huh.
Why don't you put your face on camera? Show that. Oh, there it is. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
Stephen,
Ugly.
you have a problem with me?
Yeah, I do.
What's your problem, Stephen?
You
Did I get
fucked
your
with
goat?
me.
That's
You're
right, I did.
gross.
And I did a good
Yeah.
job of it.
No, you didn't
Enough
do a
to
good
piss
job.
you off.
No, I'm not pissed off. But you're going to see what demons what happens to demons and where demons belong.
What happens to demons, Stephen?
Drink some more booze. You should eat a mouse. Put a mouse in your mouth.
I done had my daily fill.
Put a piece of shit in your mouth.
Done had relief of the restroom early this morning, and
Did you eat shit today yet? Did you eat someone's shit?
no, Stephen, I don't pertain to the same diet that you do.
No, that's you. You love shit.
Do I?
Yeah, why are you groaning so much? Why are you so miserable?
Do I seem miserable to you?
Yes, you do.
And how's that? What makes me so miserable, Stephen, that you seem to be aware of?
Oh, I'm not miserable at all. I'm going to enjoy seeing
You didn't even
your
comprehend what I said. You're belligerent. Pay attention. Pay attention, Stephen. You're slipping. You're slipping, boy.
I'm not slipping at all.
Come on.
You're a
Get some
loser.
cerebral context to you.
I'm the only person here on your shitty channel that no one cares about. No one cares what you do here because it's shit. Just like your life. You'll be forgotten. You're nobody.
Anything
Even
else,
your
Stephen?
son won't miss you. Nobody will miss you. You'll just be flushed down the toilet
Well,
into a sewer. That should be where you should get yourself buried, in a sewer. That would be fitting. Rot blood. You can just rot away in a sewer. You look rotten, just like you are inside.
Really?
Yeah, you're rotten. And you don't scare anybody. You have no power over anyone. You have nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay.
And your shitty channel means nothing. This is all you have.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. You've said so yourself.
One time that was true, Stephen,
Said so yourself to other people.
until my mentor in life.
You're just a compulsive liar. Nobody can believe a word you say.
Really.
Yeah, you're a liar and you're transparent. I see right through you.
I,
You're not
I
intelligent.
start
You're
lying.
transparent. You just spew bullshit. You're full of shit.
I,
Rot in hell, demon. That's where your life
I,
leads.
mm,
A turd is worth more than you. You're worthless. Worthless. Get that through your thick fucking skull. You're worthless. Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Can you hold
true.
on just a second? I need to
Ask
grab
your
something
son.
from the other side of the studio table here.
Go
So
fuck
I will
yourself.
be right back in just a second, Steve.
Go fuck yourself.
I suppose little Stevie went ahead and moved on with himself. Well, that was enlightening. I almost feel as if he could have done better. I mean, shit, I've had little old church ladies give me more hell than that. Matter of fact, I've had preachers, astute and failures, both, come at me with much better pinpointing regression than that. But they didn't repeat themselves as much. They weren't as redundant in their speech. And some of them actually made a little sense here and there. You know, I guess squirrel gets a nut every once in a while. But since Stephen felt that he could come on my show, and knowing that I will allow him to voice his opinion, his thought, and display them for everyone to see, let's play with Stephen for a bit. Let me tell you about Stephen, the sanity machine. For those of you that don't like gratuitous character exposing content that is directly associated with the engagement of another person in a state of disagreement or exposure, then you can move the fuck on. You can go on. Because this idiot, clown, excuse of a degenerate has made it a point to come on my channel and attack me in every way that he possibly can without any factual indication or evidence to what he's saying. My channel is here because I like my channel. And whether I have guests or not, I still like my channel. I can listen to music. I can spout ideals. It's not about me waiting for someone to entertain me or entertain everyone else. You can find that anywhere. Hell, even the least of the YouTubers can do that. But to have a place to record a bit of yourself, to carry on, to maybe allow your grandchildren a little insight to who their grandfather was, to allow people to experience possibility without safety protocol and hesitation. And I generally don't tend to become as contemptuous as I'm going to become. So you've had fair warning. Stephen reminds me of someone who was stunted in early life by molestation. He has a regressive nature about him for the age that he is that apparently shows signs of heavy trauma and arrested development. And the only thing I can apply that to, and since he's consistently speaking of a sexual tone in nature, I'm going to think it was probably a male who molested him. And with the behavior he displays, I would say it was probably a pretty aggressive and violent molestation, but in some degree, he's trying to relive that state because he hasn't grown past it. The regressive behavior that indicates someone like that is pretty evident, and his lack of development in his mature approach and appearance is even louder indication. And his need to compensate with his display of what he has, being self-made, his channel, his harem, these are all things that a person who is poor of spirit, poor of self-identity, and poor of any type of self-realization would present before themselves to try and compensate for their shortcomings, for their massive shortcomings. And the fact that he has to use other people's streams to have any type of content whatsoever, well, that just shows that he's peaked. He has reached his plateau. At one time, he was capable of educated content. And now he's dwindled himself into a state of regressive child angst and antagonization, such as a little kid in a store wanting attention to get a prize, to get something that they desire. But I don't think with Stephen, it's a material thing. I think there's more fabrication and what he says, about what he is, what he has, to shield the naked, hurt child that stunted itself. And to find validation, he has to go around and belittle everyone that he comes in contact with, which is an aggressive behavior that is also found within not only violent people, but regressed homosexuality, sexual hang-ups, and potentially molestation. And I'm going to say the latter is probably more coherent to his situation. And anyone who would belittle themselves enough to allow someone to dictate, to direct, or to try and dominate a platform or a chat room or a panel is just further confirmation of his lack of self-esteem, his lack of self-relevancy, and his inability to sustain any type of structure that can go beyond the arrested, developed state that he's in. And if you think that materialism and profane attacks on people and their character and their demeanor is something that you find to be morally correct or justified, well, you belong with someone like Steve. You belong in his world, you belong in his presence, and you belong on his channel. And I think that you probably all are trauma bonding over some type of brutal disposition that stunted your development. And if you can relate to him, then I'm going to say that you're in a state of arrested development. You know, catty humor is one thing, but just rude, direct antagonism, well, hell, that ain't even funny. You know, that's a bunch of kids trying to cuss each other out at the ballpark because they have a disagreement. And that's how childish that particular state is. And like I said, you know, I think the boy's got some hang-ups. He's always talking about fecal matter, piss, demon, sex. You know, you project what you are. You project the energy that you are. And this is nothing more than an angry little child running around, shaking his fist at everybody, trying to find relevancy, which is pretty common on YouTube. I've seen it in more than just Steven. I've seen Illuminati go through displays of just absolute juvenile behavior to the point where I thought maybe he was autistic or had a mild case of Down syndrome, and I almost felt sorry for him until I realized that nope, he's just another one that never developed. Oh, there's such a list of them. These familiar, antagonistic, lesser developed people. Had I not had a non-agenda for this show, I probably wouldn't go here. And I probably wouldn't push the issue. But it is curious to see the numbers. I spoke about trolls, and when I said that they are the cult of the uncultured here in YouTube, that wasn't speculation. That was absolute fact. And if you notice and you pay attention, you will see that these same people gather in the exact same places and show up at the exact same time. And they're relative to each other, not like relation, by relevancy. Because not a one of them could stand on their own in the face of adversity. For then their character would truly crack, break, and they would fumble and fall and be exposed in the light. So they gather together in small groups and they personify themselves as being the uncultured or the victim, Bex, victim. Stephen just claims he's a victim. Oh, Rattblood, just mean to me. Horrible. You know, people talk about being victimized by the government, victimized by this, that, authority. Victims aren't you all, and victims you will be. I really wish I had words to give you people to allow you to understand the lack of development that you are observing with these characters. And by participating and endeavoring into who and what they are, seems to feed the fire. I'm almost considering it to be an inevitable state of YouTube. What a shame. You know, whenever JG threatened to send a bomb to my house on yesterday's stream, never thought a thing about it. Let it go in one ear and out the other. And when the angered disposition of even Illuminati stepping over the line and bringing things into the real world. Never pushed the issue. And as this belligerent, arrogant piece of shit claims to be a victim, I see him as nothing more than just a victimizer. And you know, you really don't do a channel that's progressive as best that it can be. And the majority of you would sit back and allow a channel to fail just because, what? You don't want to see the truth of people? You don't want to see the actual personality of these people because they're your neighbors. They stand beside you in grocery lines, they're beside you in Walmart, gas station, anywhere, public park. There's a indignant lurking around every corner in public places. I suppose I should have followed my better instincts whenever I was having difficulty with my technology. And at that point, we will see what develops. Access out.